to think that I had to. I used to think that I should. The scripture told me that I had to be good. Now I love cause I want to. I love because I am free. Thankful for my blessings. Oh yeah. The Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, oh, oh. The Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, oh, oh. The Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, oh, oh. The Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, oh, oh. The Spirit of God is upon me. Don't need any law. I want to sing with all my heart. God is my all in all in all. I thank God for my blessings. Loving God has made me free. Thankful for the Spirit. Oh yeah. The Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, oh, oh. The Spirit of God is upon me. The Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, oh, oh. The Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, oh, oh. The Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, thought it was my duty. I thought it was my job. Somewhere I believed that loving God would be hard, but loving God is wonderful. Loving God is an ecstasy, yeah. I thank God for my blessings. Oh, yeah. The Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, oh, oh. The Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, oh, oh. The Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, oh, oh. The Spirit of God is upon me. The Spirit of God is upon me. Oh. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one.
Yes. Good morning, good morning. Ahava Center for Spiritual Living. Ahava is the Hebrew word for love. And we gather together every Sunday knowing that love is always. You got it. I am Reverend Rainbow, and along with Reverend Soni, we are your co-spiritual directors and welcome you here today. Sending some love to Reverend Soni. She is supporting the center in Asheville this morning, and know that she will be watching us later online. So you know. I'll try to keep to the script, right? If you are joining us online, thank you for being a part of our global virtual community. Please say hello in the chat. Let us know where you are tuning in from this morning. And click that like and subscribe and share button. In the room, we invite you as well to take out your phones, check in, take pictures, take videos of what inspired you this morning, and share with the world. Because we're up to something pretty cool here, and I think it's about time that people know about it, right? Yes, okay. We are a conscious community committed to curiosity so that we may provide a loving space to be reminded of the truth of who we are. We are an open and affirming community, so whoever you are, wherever you are on your path, know that you are absolutely welcome here. I invite you now to take a moment to turn to someone, perhaps someone you don't know so well, and say thank you for being a reflection of me. Yes, so much love and light in the room and online as well. So we have an amazing vision and an amazing purpose statement here as well. So I invite you to repeat after me. We are an inclusive community.
We are an inclusive community.
Committed to global transformation.
Committed to global transformation.
Through personal evolution.
Through personal evolution.
And our purpose, let's do it together. Wake up, step up, and make a difference. That's right. Today's affirmation, I will say it and then we can affirm it together, is I now let the universal abundance flow freely in my life. Let's do it. I now let the universal abundance flow freely in my life. Yes. And if you are joining us for the first time, we especially welcome you here today, knowing that your presence here makes a difference, and we have a special gift. So, do we have anyone here for the first time? All you have to do is raise your hand. Welcome. Yes, thanks for being here. And one of our core council members will give you a gift, and we invite you to stick around, have some coffee and tea after service so we can get to know you, and all of us to have a chance to get to know each other more. Please stick around for coffee and tea after service. We are here because of the incredible support of you, the community. So I want to take a moment to acknowledge all of our volunteers that serve on our various teams and do things throughout the week that you might not even know about. So we are so grateful for our hospitality team and our media team, those that work with our youth. Our core council, they're volunteers too, very important stewards of our community. The media team, so many ways that you can plug in to this community and give back. So if you are looking for a way to get more connected, joining a team is a great way to do it. And speaking of that, I'm going to invite up one of our volunteers, Mr. Ron Eisen, and he's going to tell us a little bit about why he loves this community. Thank you.
They asked me to speak on what this community means to me. And since me and my wife have been here since the very beginning, it touches us. Mm-hmm. But what this community means to me is, first off, hugs, and smiles, laughter, happiness, good music,
yes,
good messages, acceptance for everyone, right where they are. And that brings connection to everyone right where they are. And they say that isolation breeds depression. And we're coming out of a time that was very true for a lot of people, and they're still getting over that. But this is a place that you have that connection. You have that oneness that we all talk about. It's still there for everyone. So they asked me, why do I give my talent, treasure, and time to Ahava, and those are the reasons. Mm-hmm. I hope that you can find it within yourself to have those reasons too, and do what you can to help support us. Mm-hmm. Now, this afternoon I'm having a potluck at my house, and you're all invited. If you like the country, if you like being in the country, if you like good people and good vibrations and a beautiful day to enjoy, look to me or my wife and we'll give you the address if you don't know it, but you're all invited, and I hope to see you out there.
Yes, thank you, Ron. Yes. Thank you for your service. Ron is the leader of our men's group here, as well as he serves on our greeter team and our media team, and many other roles throughout the years. So let's get together and play this afternoon. Their land is beautiful. Yes.
That includes the band.
Yes, everyone is welcome. If you're online, just text them and find the address and meet us there. All right, so we have some amazing things going on, a couple new classes coming up. If you are interested in saying yes to making Ahava your spiritual home, and you have not yet officially become a member, we have a new member class coming up October 23rd, and you can find all about this New Thought teaching, our center, and what is involved in memberships and the benefits and the joys of saying yes to being a member at Ahava. That is going to be in service, in person after service, Sunday the 23rd, but you can also join online. We're going to create a hybrid experience. And if you are online there, I think we're putting some links in the chat as well where you can register online, and then you can click if you want to join in person or online, and we'll make sure to get you that link. So, new member class, October 23rd. And our new foundational class, this is the first time we're offering it here, Change Your Thinking, Change Your Life. This is a powerful class to look at various aspects of your life: finances, relationships, your creative expression, and really look at how when we are intentional with our heart's desires, we can experience the life that we create and desire. So Change Your Thinking, Change Your Life. It's going to be facilitated by Reverend Soni online, and it starts Monday, October 24th. 5 or 6 weeks, I believe, online, and you can find out all the information on our website as well. We're dropping links in the chat. Go ahead and register there. We have, for Rocktober, some fun special things going on as well. Rocktober is where we get to rock our finances and our prosperity. So this coming week, Reverend Soni and I are going to be offering, we're going to be going live on Facebook Monday through Friday at noon. So if you take a little pause for lunch, go to our Facebook page or our group, and we're just going to be offering some prayers on abundance and prosperity to really anchor us in our day, midday, and recenter our consciousness to the abundance and prosperity of the universe. So, prosperity prayer at noon, Facebook Live. And Wednesday nights, our meditation and metaphysical discussion, we will be discussing and meditating on abundance and prosperity as well. So that's a great experience. Also online, you can join wherever you are in your PJs, if you like, online. And all the links are in our email each week, as well as on our website. What else do we have? We have a community picnic coming up at the end of the month. We're going to go out to Shillito Park Sunday, October 30th. We'll have some more information coming up soon, but there's going to be some fun involved and perhaps even some costumes involved. And we'll be telling you more about that in the coming weeks. It will be a great opportunity not only to connect as a spiritual community, but also to find out more about some of our service teams and ways that you might want to get plugged into the community even more. And today is our Queering Spirituality group for teens and young adults to explore the intersection of gender, sexuality, and spirituality, and it meets right here, led by Jace. All right, so that's what's going on, and let's give some love to this band, shall we? Our music director, Joe Cinquina, on bass. Lauren Dechtenberg on the keys, as well as doing our readings. We got Dave Ferris sitting in on the drums today. Our featured vocalist is Justin Norris. Woo! And Mr. Jeff Watts making us all sound good. Our practitioner on duty today is Kim D'Amata, so she'll be leading us in our centering prayer this morning as well. So, yes, give her some love. Let us now take that breath and just dropping down into that heart space, letting everything go as we anchor in for our service.
I live in perfect love. I live in perfect peace. I leave the past behind. I let go. I release, and I breathe in the light, and I live in the love. I live in perfect love. I live in perfect peace. I leave the past behind. I let go. I release, and I breathe in the light, and I live in the love.
Breathing in to that perfect love, that perfect peace. I know that it is right here and right now is that infinite flow of the one. And I know that infinite, perfect, divine flow as joy, as love, as abundance, as power, as wisdom, as freedom. And as this is the truth of the one, I know that this is the truth of each person here. This is the truth as each person listening. This is the truth as each person in our beloved Ahava community. And I breathe in this truth. I bless our time here together, knowing it is sacred. I bless every single person who has come together to make this service possible. I bless our volunteers. I bless our music team. I bless those behind the scenes making the sounds and sights possible and bringing it out to the world. I bless all those helping our community be a better place. I bless our beloved practitioners and our ministers, knowing that whatever needs to be said today will be said, and whatever needs to be heard will be heard. And trusting in this infinite flow, I simply let it be by saying, and so it is. Amen.
Today's reading is from The Principles of Successful Living, which is in the Science of Mind textbook by Dr. Ernest Holmes. No person whose entire time is spent in the contemplation of limitation can demonstrate freedom. We are surrounded by a universal mind. As we think into this universal mind, we set a law in motion, which is creative and which contains within itself a limitless possibility. The law through which we operate is infinite, but we appear to be finite. That is, we have not yet evolved to a complete understanding of ourselves. We are unfolding from a limitless potential, but can bring into our experience only that which we can conceive. There is no limit to the law, but there appears to be a limit to our understanding of it. As our understanding unfolds, our possibilities of attainment will increase. We must become more if we wish to draw a greater good into our life.
The ones we've been waiting for. We are the love that we seek. We are the seeds that we're sowing. We are the harvest we reap. Oh, we are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the love that we seek. We are the seeds we are sowing. We are the harvest we reap. Oh, I am that I am. Oh, I am that I am. Oh, we are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the love that we seek. We are the seeds we've been sowing. We are the harvest we reap. Oh, I am that I am. Oh, I am that I am. Oh, I am that I am. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the love that we seek. We are the seeds we've been sowing. We are the harvest we reap. Oh, we are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the love that we seek. We are the seeds we are sowing. We are the harvest we reap. Oh, we are the harvest we reap. Oh, we are the harvest we reap. We reap.
Beautiful. Thank you, Justin and the band, for bringing that beautiful Jamie Lula song to life. We are the harvest. It is the season now as we're approaching the cooler weather. It's finally starting to feel like fall, right? And we get to see what the harvest is that we get to reap. So this year, our theme is living everyday wonder. And each month, we are looking at a different area or aspect of our lives to approach through the lens of curiosity and wonder. So October, we are focusing on the everyday wonder of our finances. Now, usually those things don't go together, right? You don't usually say the wonder of our finances. And so we're here to bust some of those myths about money and really lean into the truth of the abundant nature of who we are. And every year at Ahava, in the month of October, we rock it, and we call it Rocktober because it's the opportunity to really focus on the abundance of the universe. So finances can be an area of immense joy, and it can be an area of immense struggle. And anything in between, and the ups and downs can be moment to moment and day by day, yes? So money, it has so much story around it because of our culture. So we are going to look at what some of those stories are and those that we may personally have about money in order to transform our relationship with money, with prosperity, with our finances, to be one of ease and flow. Does that sound good to everyone? You interested in that? I know I am. So we are not only going to explore this month the infinite nature and source of the universe, which flows through all of us, but we're going to dig in a little bit. We're going to go excavating in the corners of our mind and our subconscious to see what some of those beliefs may be at play in our lives that perhaps we're not even aware of. So we're kicking off this theme and this month using this book, Busting Loose from the Money Game, and it is available at the bookstore if you haven't picked it up yet. And we're going to be looking at what the author here calls the rules of the game. So basically, it's the beliefs that we have in our kind of society and culture about money. And to bust loose from this game, we must first realize that we are playing a game, that perhaps we have bought into some of these rules, and in order to get free, there is a path that he presents in this book and that we are going to be talking about this month as well. So let's look a little bit at what some of these rules are. So I'm just going to turn to the book here. He says there are 3 primary rules, regulations, and structures that we have been taught are real when playing the money game. The first one is limited supply. This idea, right, that there's a limited supply, and so if something goes here or you have that, then that's less for me, right? You often see now this kind of idea or meme going around like, it's not pie, right? So it's not a limited supply. In fact, we live in an infinite universe, and that can be seen and demonstrated all around us by looking at the universe and the nature and knowing that we are a part of that. So that's the first rule of the game, though, that we've been kind of indoctrinated to believe that there is this limited supply, and that if a money, every time it goes out, then that somehow decreases our supply. The next rule, he says, is that money moves, that there is a flow of money in and out, and that it's somehow this thing out there that is separate from us. Whereas, in fact, it is the very essence. It is energy, and energy is all that we are. So money is not this separate thing outside of us. That's another rule we're going to be busting this month. The third one, he says, is that you must work harder or smarter to increase your supply of money. How many have bought into that? I know I've been deconstructing that idea for a while now. I just have something in my genes about work hard, work hard. There's songs about it even. So these rules you see are everywhere in our society. And then he goes on to list some of the common beliefs that we have. So I'm going to again read some of these, and if you're willing to, we can kind of play along together here. If this is something that perhaps you've heard, you've believed, just give me a little raise hand, amen, something, right? So here are some common beliefs about money. Money is the root of all evil. We've heard that. There's something dirty or bad about money and the people who have it. The rich get richer and the poor get poorer. There's never enough. You can control money, or you must control money, or it will control you. More money is always better. Money doesn't grow on trees. How often did you hear that? Mostly as a kid, right? I want to buy this. Money doesn't grow on trees. Some people have the money-making skill and others don't. Really think about that. Is that something you believe that, they're good at this thing called money, I'm just not? What about you can't play the money game well or, be wealthy and prosperous and be spiritual? That's a big one to deconstruct, right? Here's another one. Net worth is the true measure of wealth and success. Do you believe that? You must save for a rainy day. So these are common ideas in our society that if we are to want to bust through the limitations of this game, the money game, we must really sit with and ask ourselves, what is the belief underneath these statements? And if it is anything other than the absolute infinite source and abundance of the universe, then perhaps that is something to let go of. Because as we step fully into the awareness of the infinite source of life, knowing that there is this energy that breathes us, that is always supporting us, then we will always have what we need and desire as we lean into the flow of life. But if we're walking around with these beliefs in the background, that's going to outpicture in our experience. So in the science of mind philosophy, we're taught that we create through contemplation. We create through contemplation, meaning our thoughts and our beliefs. What we focus our energy on then becomes our experience. Like the reading says, if we contemplate lack and limitation, as opposed to abundance and flow, we will then experience lack and limitation. It is said, what you focus on expands, right? There's lots of these little phrases around this idea of like, what you appreciate appreciates, right? Life is like a camera. This is another one of some like it's like what you focus the lens on becomes the picture. So this idea is of what we contemplate becomes our experience. So let's begin to practice being open and curious about the infinite presence of divine source and substance of all supply. And then notice where these lies of lack and separation come into our experience. And perhaps we too have been trapped in playing by the rules of the money game. But the good news is we can bust loose. We can bust loose, but it takes awareness. We must first be aware of what those beliefs are at play. Because the truth is, money is a divine idea in circulation in the human world. Thus, it is sacred, just as everything else is sacred. No more, no less. Many people have been conditioned to believe that money is bad, that it is evil or not spiritual. And we can carry judgment or shame or guilt around money. We're taught not to talk about it, right? Think about these things that as a culture we've been raised not to talk about money or politics or religion. And where has that gotten us? To a very place of separation and isolation and distance, right? So as we begin to look at what we really believe about money and to notice what perhaps are those unconscious thoughts that we've been indoctrinated or cultured to believe, we can then come from a place of conscious awareness and choose what we want to focus our attention on. There's so many mixed messages about money in our culture. It's either totally revered or like totally it's bad and evil. But where is the nuance of being able to live in that gray space? Because we know that life isn't black or white. Where is the opportunity to live in that space and to live in an awareness of being curious and open and conscious with our relationship and our thoughts about money and finances? As we begin to free ourselves from these old beliefs and all the emotional energy that surrounds money in our culture and our families, we can experience a healthy relationship with money. We can get open to the flow and be able to release it with ease, knowing that money is always in circulation. The infinite is incapable of withholding its nature from us. Let me say that again. The infinite, the source of all life, is incapable of withholding its nature from us because its nature is opulence. It is lavish. It is infinite abundance. And the only thing that gets in the way is us, right? We're the key ingredient here. So there's a story about the late Raymond Charles Barker. He was a master teacher and a minister of a Science of Mind Center in New York City. And the prosperity teacher, Mary Morrissey, shares this story in one of her classes about her experience getting to see him speak in New York. So she says she goes, and he's, doing his thing in service, and all of a sudden he pulls out several $100 bills. And he begins to say, oh, I just love money, and he's taking his money, and he's kissing his money. And she recalls feeling horrified and shocked, like, what is happening here? Like, he can't be this spiritual person and love, what is he doing? Like, why is he giving so much love to this money? And then he said, if you had any thoughts of revulsion or judgment or repulsion when I started kissing this money, that's something to look at. He says, the money heard you. Why would money go to where it's not loved? What? Why would you not love the symbol of freedom? And he went on to say, now imagine if I brought up a little boy and began to hug him and say, oh, I love you so much, and kiss on him and say, this is my grandson, and I just love my grandson so much. Would you think any differently about me loving money as you would about me loving my grandson? And if so, it's okay, because you've been programmed that it's not okay to love money. And Eric Butterworth, in his book Spiritual Economics, goes on to say, there's little likelihood that your life can become fully functioning with prosperity unless you have a positive and creative attitude towards money. So, for each of us, we may have a different aspect of this work to do in healing our relationship with money. Like I said, it's kind of a spectrum, you know, like where are you? Are you like, money? Or is your focus all on like money in the form is what I need? And it's, again, that nuance, because it's not that money is something outside of us to worship or to seek. Money is simply a symbol of freedom. It is a symbol of the energy of the flow of life that we are. Money responds to our consciousness just as our bodies do and all of our world of affairs. It's a symbol and one in which we energize with our own beliefs and feelings. When we realize that money is neither good or bad, it's a tool for self-expression, our beliefs and our feelings begin to settle down a little bit, not be so charged, so that we can align with the truth. When we realize that we are constantly immersed in the wealth of the infinite nature of life, and that this infinite source will never stop flowing, it will never cut us off, it is always giving unto itself, to us and through us, we can begin to move into a place of trust and peace and ease and flow, curiosity and wonder when it comes to our relationship with money and finances. And, you know, I want to say, like, when we're looking at these different ideas about money, it's not to say that we still can't be critical of the systems in which money perhaps is misused. So that doesn't mean that we think that money is bad, even though we may be critical of how the system and the structures of money is organized in our world, and begin to support the way we desire money to flow in our economy. But we have to focus on a potential, an infinite potential. We have to focus on the vision, the desire that we have for all people to realize and open up to the flow of infinite abundance and prosperity, and to notice where we are participating in a system that perhaps does not make that available to some more than others. So again, there's a lot of nuance to this. We can't look at it as a simple black and white thing. We must be willing to get curious, as we're talking about curiosity and wonder, to get curious about what are those beliefs and the collective consciousness that we have about money, and decide from our own place of awareness what we want to choose to continue to believe in. And are we somehow contributing to a system that doesn't work for everyone? So if we say we are here to create a world that works for everyone, this includes the flow of money and prosperity being available to all. So we do the work by starting in our own mind and our own consciousness, excavating those thoughts and beliefs we have about money, going into our spiritual practice to transform those, and then see what is ours to do to allow this abundance to flow and support a world that works for everyone. So this week, I want to invite you to discover what are those rules of the money game that are at play in your own life. And there's an exercise that I encourage you to do sometime this week. Take some money, actual cash money. I know it's, for me, rare these days because everything's so electronic. But take a large bill, maybe a $100 bill, and sit with it and just contemplate and listen to the chatter of your mind as you sit with this symbol of money. And use it as an opportunity to discover your own feelings and thoughts in relationship with money. Bring a sense of wonder and curiosity to your day-to-day transactions with money, when you pay a bill, when you buy something, when you Venmo someone something, when you give a tip. Pay attention and notice, what are your thoughts when you write that check? Are you coming from a place of lack? Are you coming from a place of scarcity? Are you thinking that the world is pie, and as you write this check, there's one less slice? Just notice. And be gentle with yourself as you notice this process, because as you begin to unravel some of these thoughts about money, the next step of this process is to write them down. Write down those limiting beliefs that you no longer want to engage with. And you may even want to write them on a piece of paper and burn them in a fire or rip them up. Create some kind of ritual for you. And this may be something you want to do all month as you are becoming aware of what thoughts subconsciously you have about money. And then a ritual to release those old beliefs, and then create a list, a statement of truth-based beliefs, right? Affirmations of truth that you want to incorporate in your life moving forward. And we have some for you today as well to use, which we'll get to in a minute. But you must be willing to bust loose of the money game and approach your finances from a place of curiosity and wonder in order to transform your relationship with money. So I invite you to contemplate where you see the extravagant nature of the universe in expression. Because remember, we create through contemplation. So let us contemplate the abundant nature of the universe this week. Pay attention, stay awake, notice those thoughts, write them down, and be in this place of curiosity and wonder around this thing called money. Are you in? Okay, let's take it into prayer. Taking a nice deep breath. Dropping into this now moment. Knowing and recognizing this infinite source of life that is pure potentiality. This infinite nature of the universe that is lavish abundance, that is opulence, that is beauty, that is flow, that is prosperity. Knowing that the divine nature of all of life is pure abundance, I know that this must be the very truth of my being. For there is only one life, one divine activity happening right here, right now. So I take this moment to consciously align with this truth and remember who I am. One with the one. Pure abundance, energy, source, flow, life, prosperity, freedom. I know that my life is sourced by an infinite flow, that all of my activities are supported by this infinite life. I know that there is an infinite supply of energy moving through me as I choose to bring it into expression in my life, in whatever form I desire. I know this infinite source is flowing through me as creativity, as love, as connection, as opportunities to share of my gifts and talents, to be in this flow of divine expression. Knowing that I can never outgive the universe, for the universe, God, life is infinite. So as I step into the flow of giving of my time, talent, and treasure, I open up to the vast nature of the universe to always flow through me as the very source and substance of all supply. So I speak this word right here, right now, for all those who are hearing the sound of my voice, to know that abundance is here now. Releasing any old ideas of lack or limitation, releasing any ideas of separation, knowing that they no longer have power over me now. That I step fully into the awareness of the infinite source of life, the pure potentiality, the pure abundant nature of the universe as my life now. All that I desire, all that I need and want is fully sourced by the universe. So I am so grateful. I'm so grateful to know this truth, to speak this word. So grateful to know that this word goes into the universe that responds by always saying yes, 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 my beloved, it is done. It is so. And so it is. Yes. Before you sit down, Turn to someone and affirm. Today I choose to contemplate abundance. All right. So much abundance in the room. Love it. Love the affirming. Before we move into our time of giving, I want to speak to a few things this month as it is Rocktober. And we have some volunteers that are going to be passing out some envelopes. If you all want to go ahead and start doing that while I explain to you what is in these envelopes. So, first I want to acknowledge and say thank you to those who responded this week to our letter, our request, and our talk last week, and gave extra of your treasure to support this community. So I want to acknowledge you for that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We are making great progress. We still have some ways to go, but we are making great progress and be able to rebuild our savings. So what you are getting now in these envelopes, let's see, I believe I have one here. Did I bring it up? But the first thing you will see, I did not, but I know. When you open it is a treatment or prayer for prosperity. This is the prayer that we are inviting us all as a community to speak every day in order to keep our contemplation and focus on the abundant nature of the universe. The second thing you will find in the envelope is a card that says, my gratitude card. Those are some wonderful affirmations and statements as well to affirm. You may want to put them up on your fridge, your mirror, wherever you see them regularly. And then the next form you will see, or the next little thing you see there, is something that is a fun game. I'll put it this way. It is our unexpected income program. So what this is you have the opportunity this month, if you want to fill out that card, put a little intention or prayer request on there, make sure you put your name on there, and our practitioners and ministers will be holding that for you in prayer all month as you open up to the flow of money coming to you in unexpected ways. And the fun game of it then is to see, it's a great way to kind of tap, what is it? Put your toe in the water, tap, right? Into this idea of percentage giving and into the flow. So if any money that comes in above what you were expecting, as you fill out this form, you're going to sign and you're going to say, yes, I'm going to give 10% of what comes in back to Ahava as my spiritual home. And it will be a fun game together to raise all of our experience of abundance and prosperity and support the community. So if you're interested in that, you can fill that out as well. And either put it in the basket that comes around, or there's a table, and Reverend Cynthia and I will be there afterwards if you have any questions, and you can drop it in the basket there. Then the last little square sheet you have there is we are kicking off our Adventures in Faith Committed Giving campaign this month. What that does is it helps the board as we are planning our budget for next year to know what you anticipate giving. This is not a contract. You are not committing in any way to, be liable except just with your own intention, right? So whatever you anticipate being able to give to Ahava next year, you'll fill out that form. Doesn't mean you're giving the check all in one right now, right? You can put on there like, yeah, I'll give this month a month, totaling this month for the year. And it's a way as well to build in your own faith practice and commitment to give a percentage of the flow that comes into your life back to your spiritual home. So we will be here to answer your questions about that after service at the table. And online, there's links, I believe, being put up in the chat. You can also fill out these forms for the Unexpected Income Program or the Committed Giving Program online as well. And they'll be going out in our newsletter if you prefer to do it that way. So our goal for our committed giving drive is $150,000 total. That will help support the vision and the budget for next year. That's not our total budget, but that is what we anticipate from giving. And then on top of that, there's more income that comes from classes and other opportunities that we create together, fundraising, fun stuff like that. All right, so I would like to invite up Lois. She is our former treasurer, and again, one of our key volunteers and supporters of this community, and she's going to tell you a little bit more about why she chooses to give. Yeah, Lois. Oh, here you go, so the people can hear you.
Thank you, folks. As past treasurer of this place, Jean and I got here 2 months after Reverend Soni had started Ahava. We left Albuquerque Center for Spiritual Living and got here, and it was like, whoa, this is home. And as Reverend Rainbow put it, it truly has been our spiritual home. And thank you, each and every one of you, because you're the love, you're the enthusiasm, you are a piece of all of us put together. And that's what makes this center just absolutely awesome. And we look forward to it every single week. This is like, fulfills that incredible spiritual level of being. And with that said, and then I got to looking at what is tithing. Tithing truly is your time, your talent, and your treasures. And all of us have all or part of that we can give. So I got to thinking about this as past treasurer, thinking to myself, I like to think in numbers. So I have a challenge for you all. Above and beyond what you normally tithe, for the month of October, let's each and every one of us, if we would please, and I'll be the first to do, add an extra $25, because I figured the numbers on that $25 will boost our budget and our finances up tremendously. And if we do this on a weekly basis, it would be just incredible. Take the numbers and figure them out for yourself. Besides, let me ask you something. How many of you can blow $25 easy in a week? I can. So rather than blowing it, this ain't blowing it. This is giving to something that you love dearly. And I almost can guarantee it will come back to you tenfold. Thank you.
Thank you, Alois. Yes. So sign up for that unexpected income program and bring in more flow so you can give more flow, as Alois said. All right, so now we're going to move into our time of giving. There are several ways you can give. We're going to pass the basket in the room, but you can also give online. You can go to our website, and there's a giving button there. You can text the word give to 859-209-6996 or mail in your gifts as well. So I invite you just to affirm, repeat after me. Divine love as me.
Divine love as me.
Blesses and multiplies all that I have.
Blesses and multiplies all that I have.
All that I give.
All that I give.
And all that I receive.
And all that I receive.
I joyously contribute to the vision of Ahava.
I joyously contribute to the vision of Ahava.
Knowing it returns to me multiplied abundantly.
Knowing that it returns to me multiplied abundantly.
And so it is.
So it is. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Gives me everything I need. Oh. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need. Open your mind, unfold your heart, relax your senses, feel every part. You ain't got a thing to fear. It looks like love is growing here. So take your guard and let it down. Go deeper still until you come unwound. Unbound. Breathe every breath and release your cringe. Love without waiting, no, without waiting. Slowly unhinge. You ain't got a thing to fear. It looks like love is growing here. So take your guard and let it down. Go deeper still until you come unwound. Unbound. You can stop waiting for love to find you. Look inside your heart. Love's already who you are. It's already who you are. So lift up your voice and let it be heard. Tell me your story, tell it to me. Don't leave out a word, not a word. 'Cause I think I have been there too. I'm a seeker just like you. You ain't got a thing to fear. It looks like love is growing here. So take your guard and let it down. Go deeper still until you come unwound. Unbound. Lay it down, lay it down, lay it down, 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 unbound. 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 We love you. You're a shining star, wonderful, just the way you are. We celebrate your sacred space. We love you just the way you are. We love you just the way you are. We do.
Love it.
Hey, everybody.
Hi.
Hold on, please. Today, we talked about potential. And that it is just things that we have yet to discover about ourselves, that we have to persevere sometimes. Like, we talked about the definition of perseverance, like working really hard and keeping going even if you might fail or even if it might be hard. So let's share our affirmation today. Cadence was going to do that. I
am pure potential.
Yes.
I am pure potential. And we filled out these sheets, and Naila is going to read to you a little quote that we talked about today.
I am one who writes my own story. I decide the person I'll be. What goes in the plot and what does not is pretty much up to me.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, please don't hit me. Please don't hit me. And Remy, do you want to show? Please don't hit me. Do you want to show everyone what we did for our project?
What'd you make there?
About it. You said you wanted a mic. Oh. We made really cool picture frames. They didn't really have enough time to finish painting them and decorating them. But Oiza, will you hold up your picture frame? She chose to use crayons, and what we did is we wrote that little
the
little
poem
passage in
inside.
here.
So
yeah.
cute.
So they can see it and read it and be with it all week and share it with your family. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Yes.
Didn't quite finish that.
Okay, well, let's see. So the youth are going to be helping us this month as well. Let's give them some love. Let's see what we have here. Ooh. So they are going to be helping us track our committed giving pledges that come in, and let's see how we can get this thermometer to rise and meet our goal. Yes? So cute. So we'll have that unveiled at the end of each service. Okay. Just a reminder as well that you can get your book in the bookstore and lots of other goodies there. We have coffee and tea. We want to stick around, get to know you a little bit. As it was announced earlier, Nancy and Ron are hosting a potluck at their house. Everyone is invited. So if you need the address, see one of them. 1 o'clock, okay. And they're about 20-ish minutes from here. They have beautiful land, so if you want to just come enjoy nature and community, that's a fun opportunity today. And practitioners are available to pray with you. We have Kim Damata and Reverend Cynthia here today. They'll be right over here after service if you want to get an in-person prayer. You can also fill out a prayer request at our prayer box on your way out. And don't forget to see us at the table to turn in your sheets for the unexpected income. And if you're ready to go ahead and make your pledge, you can drop that off today too. So let's stand, if you're able, and repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening to me right now.
Something wonderful is happening to me right now.
It's this thing called life.
It's this thing called life.
Life is in my mind.
Life is in my mind.
Life is in my body.
Life is in my body.
Life is in my finances.
Life is in my finances.
I accept it.
I accept it.
I am it.
I am it.
I share it.
I share it.
Just the way it appears.
Just the way it appears.
And just the way it appears not.
And just the way it appears not.
Thank you, life.
Thank you, life.
1, 2, 3.
Let me live in a holy, holy way.
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 Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
Let me live in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
Let me love 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 in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
I want to thank everyone for coming out today and for watching online if you're not here. The place is safe. We hope to see you back again in person. Come up and help with the energy in this room. In the meantime, keep watching, keep circulating. Let me live in a holy, holy way.
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 Let me love in a holy, holy way.
Let me love